America prides itself on being connected. Interstates, internet, networks everywhere. But that's just the story told in cities. Drive into Pennsylvania's mountains and forests, and you'll find places the modern world barely touches. These aren't just towns. They're pockets of time, sealed off by geography and choice. It's not just about lacking cell service. It's a mindset, a community's decision. You enter a different country within the country. This is the Pennsylvania most never see. The answers are on the faces of those who never left. Here, isolation isn't just survival, it's identity. This is where my journey begins. The journey begins where highways fade to gravel, and the city vanishes into a wall of green, the Allegheny National Forest. The trees close in, sunlight struggles through, and the radio dies. It feels like driving into the past. These hills were stripped bare for timber and coal, but now the forest has reclaimed them, hiding old scars. Towns like Kane and Marionville remain, living in the shadow of vanished industry. Here, people depend on each other. The outside world feels far away. This is the heart of Pennsylvania's isolation, quiet, stubborn, and real. Deep in the forest stands the wreckage of the Kinzua Viaduct, a monument to nature's power. Once the world's longest railway bridge, it was a marvel of engineering. But in 2003, a tornado tore it apart, tossing steel into the valley below. Now, the bridge is a skywalk that ends abruptly, overlooking twisted metal reclaimed by forest. The evidence is all around you. The forest always wins in the end. The bridge's remains are a lesson in perspective. Here, the land endures. Then there's Centralia, a town not forgotten by time, but erased by fire. In 1962, a landfill fire found an abandoned coal vein and began burning underground. It's been burning ever since, an invisible disaster that can't be stopped. The government condemned the town in the 1980s, bought and demolished homes, relocated residents. Now, Centralia is a grid of empty streets, cracked pavement, weeds where houses stood. Steam and smoke vent from fissures. The air smells faintly acrid. It's a modern Pompeii, but the volcano is hidden below. The silence is profound. Route 61, once the graffiti highway, became a canvas for visitors, now buried under dirt, but the story remains. You can't erase Centralia's tragedy. I walked the overgrown sidewalks, past a single lamppost, concrete steps to nowhere. A few buildings remain, a municipal office, a church, a handful of homes. Some residents refuse to leave, clinging to their homes above the inferno. Their existence is an act of defiance. Centralia is the most extreme example of Pennsylvania's hidden dramas. It's a place where disaster is invisible, but ever present. The fire will burn for centuries. The town is gone, but its story lingers. Centralia is a warning, a mystery, and a testament to stubbornness. Here, isolation is not a choice, it's a consequence. The land itself is restless, and the people who remain are living on the edge of the impossible. Centralia is a ghost town with a heartbeat. Its lesson is written in smoke and silence, and it's not easily forgotten. In Centralia, the few who remain are wary of outsiders. But I met an old man on his porch, one of the last. He pointed to a patch of weeds. That's where my friend's house was. Now, it's just that. Then the fire came. At first, no one thought it was serious. But the ground warmed, people got sick. The dream of Centralia turned into a nightmare. He stayed. Where would I go? My parents are buried here. My life is in this ground, even if it's on fire. As long as he's here, the town isn't truly gone. Centralia lives on in him. Its last residents are its final chapter, and they refuse to close the book. From Centralia's emptiness, I traveled north to Sullivan County, one of Pennsylvania's most remote places. At its center is LaPorte, the state's smallest county seat, with just 300 people. The courthouse is the largest building, almost too grand for its surroundings. The town circles a small lake, with a few streets, a general store, a hotel. No traffic lights, no fast food, no rush. Time here moves at walking speed. I spoke with the general store owner, who's also the postmistress. In LaPorte, people wear many hats. Most have lived here all their lives. Everyone knows everyone, and everyone's business, she said, smiling. There are no secrets, just a powerful sense of shared identity. Isolation here is a double-edged sword-deep community, but limited opportunity. Young people often leave for work or college. We hope they come back, she said. Some do. They miss the quiet, the mountains. LaPorte is a paradox. A place people leave, and a place they long to return to. It's a kind of life that's disappearing in America. Here, the world feels both small and complete. In LaPorte, isolation is not loneliness, it's belonging. And that's what makes it endure. Life in LaPorte runs on seasons, not schedules. The day starts early. Hunters head into the woods before dawn. Hunting isn't sport here. It's tradition, a way to fill the freezer for winter. In the general store, talk is of deer and bear, a language of this place. As the day goes on, the town is quiet. People at work, tending gardens, fixing things. Self-reliance is a necessity. You learn to be a mechanic, a carpenter, a plumber. The nearest specialist is a long drive away. The school bus's arrival is the day's burst of noise. Children spill out, the future of the town. In the evening, the local diner is the social hub. Families gather, old friends talk, the waitress knows everyone. The food is simple, comforting. Pot roast, not culinary trends. Conversations are about local news. A new church roof, the high school game, the county fair. These rituals, morning coffee, shared meals, hunting seasons, are the glue of community. They persist where modernity has tried to replace them. Here, they're real, tangible, and resilient. The strength of these towns isn't in what they lack, but in what they've held on to. Tradition is survival. Community is connection. In LaPorte, the old ways endure, and that's their quiet power. Here, the past isn't lost, it's lived, and it shapes every day. My journey through Pennsylvania's hidden corners was ending. I'd driven deep forests, stood on broken bridges, walked haunted streets, and sat in the state's smallest county seat. Each place is a world unto itself, with its own story of survival and stubbornness. These aren't relics, they're living communities, facing modern challenges on their own terms. The common thread is a different relationship with time. In cities, time is a commodity, managed, optimized, rushed. Here, time is cyclical, tied to seasons, measured in generations. There's patience here, an acceptance that some things can't be rushed. The forest regrows in its own time. The fire beneath Centralia will burn itself out in its own time. The community endures. This isn't nostalgia, it's a lesson. Progress and connection have a cost. We've gained much, but lost a sense of place, a connection to the land, and the deep bonds of small community. These towns remind us what that life was, and still is. They're the end of the line, but also a beginning. They force you to slow down, look closely, and listen to quiet stories. It's a journey worth taking, not just to see these towns, but to understand a part of America at risk of being forgotten. Here, the world is slower, but richer. The lessons are quiet, but lasting, and the stories are worth hearing. The future of these isolated towns is uncertain. Young people leave, economies struggle, the modern world encroaches. Some towns may fade away, reclaimed by forest and time, but there's resilience here. People with deep roots and shared history. In a loud, crowded world, the appeal of quiet places is growing. Some are moving back, seeking a slower pace, real community, and the freedom to be left alone. That's the lesson from Pennsylvania's hidden corners. The value of space, of self-definition, of living connected to land and neighbor. It's not about being antisocial, it's about freedom. If you visit, go quietly, with respect. Don't seek quaintness, seek understanding. See the beauty, the struggle, the strength. These people aren't just history, they're a vital part of Pennsylvania's present. And they hold a lesson for all of us about the enduring power of place. In the end, being left alone is not isolation, it's a kind of freedom, and it's a freedom worth preserving.